CTC New River Invitational. This is the first of 20 basketball games this week from here, the 5 o'clock tip, all the way to Saturday night. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, and Eric, we're going to get this event started with this basketball game here, tipping in about 10 minutes or so. It'll be Richwood 0-3 against the Liberty Raiders 4-2. Richwood, really a difficult story for them, 0-3. They've lost in their 3 games, and none of them have really been close. Greenbrier West beat them 92-43. Montcalm beat them 67-47. And Midland Trail beat them 87-36. They had another game that they've had to postpone, and they had all kinds of issues with where they live, with flooding, and I know that not having internet doesn't have anything to do with maybe how you play on the basketball court, but just to give you a kind of idea of how some of the living conditions have been in that part of Nicholas County, makes it real difficult for the coaches and the players trying to hang in there.
Yeah, Coach J.B. Miller has an uphill battle, not only just coming in with 3 games, regular season games, but having lost in that fashion, been struggling offensively. And the best way to get your offense going is to play other competition. So he hasn't played since December 16th, and it's going to be an uphill battle for his young team to get going here offensively. Yeah,
and as you mentioned, since December 16th, they also really haven't had a chance to be able to practice as much as he told me that they would like to. So he really doesn't know what to expect from his team since they really haven't had the time that he had hoped prior to this event. On the flip side, Liberty is 4-2, already got twice as many games in. You and I had an opportunity to see Liberty back on the 13th of December when Liberty beat Independence, and I was really impressed with this Liberty Raider team.
Yeah, the Liberty game against Independence, really second half, Liberty got clicking on all cylinders, and they have a real good one in Jalen Cook, who is most area fans around here will remember Levi Cook, who was a good basketball player, went on to play Division I at several schools. I think DePaul was his last stop, DePaul University. But Jalen's a good player, and Sims, Rashawn Sims, really good player. So they're real athletic, and they were surprisingly, good in the post.
And as you speak of Jalen Cook, he is the team's leading scorer at 21 a game. Also, Ethan Williams is the second leading scorer for Liberty at 16 a game. And you're right, Rashawn Sims, very athletic. We saw him in football. Now, one of their other top scorers, Zachary Bowman, who's averaging 14 a game, he will play here this evening, but he won't start, and his coach told me he's coming off an injury. So, you look at Liberty, they've got practices, they've got twice as many games as Richwood. You would think Liberty might have a slight advantage coming into this game.
Well, just based on the leading scores for Liberty and Richwood being offensively challenged, they're going to have to really early on in the game, I think, try to control the pace and keep this game in the 40s and 50s to have a chance to win.
Yeah, speaking of Liberty, and you say offensively challenged, and you're correct. They've got 2 leading scorers that average only 7 a game, and that is Grant Russell and Cooper Donahue. And as I mentioned, when I gave the scores, they scored 43, 47, and 36. So they never got higher than 47 in any of the 3 games that they've played up to this point.
Yeah, and that's tough with this. This Liberty team likes to get up and down, as I stated in the opening. They're athletic too, and they have a good chemistry with their team, and I only see them getting better as this year goes on.
Yeah, I like what I saw out of Liberty when we did the game against Independence. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll get you ready. Coming up here at the top of the hour, it'll be the tip, the first of 20 games here this week in the New River Community CTC Invitational. We're streaming it live here on Video Productions.
.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to groceries, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
What is advocacy? It's defined as speaking in favor of,
All right.
arguing for a cause, or
And then,
on the
and
behalf
then,
of
so
others. At
when you want me to go that
Taylor
minute break is when they start to do the
we
anthem, right?
provide excellence
Okay.
in advocacy. We are in the business of protecting our clients from injustice, helping them.
I just go to
get
break
full
when he goes to the
compensation
anthem.
they deserve. We're here on your behalf. Without you, our clients, we would not have a purpose. We are excellent advocates. Call New
Okay.
Taylor and Associates.
Sounds good.
for excellent
Okay, gotcha.
advocacy.
Sounds good.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment
don't know.
operators
This is
and
what was here when I
preparation
got
plant
here.
positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your
Yeah, I don't know.
application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site,
Gotcha.
beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
What is advocacy?
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, Brian Shepard producing and directing, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, and also Andrew Bolin on camera here this evening. And Eric, we talked about this is the first of 20 games all week, but this is the first of 3 games here tonight. In the next game, 6:45, you and I will have it. We think it'll be a very good basketball game, Oak Hill and Webster. And then the nightcap tonight, a very interesting game as Bill O'Brien and Bob Bolin will have Shady and Princeton, and that'll be the nightcap, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be a high-intensity game right there. I think they match up in the latter game with Shady and Princeton. You're talking about 2 offensively skilled teams that play good defense, so that's going to be a top-tier matchup.
Richwood will be the visitors on the scoreboard wearing the dark uniforms. We'll switch it over to the public address announcer, Randy Hunt.
Number 5, Trey Trevelette. Number 10, Cooper Donahue. Number 33, Aiden Miller. And now, starters for the Liberty Raiders. Number 55, Ethan Williams. Number 35, Rasheen Sims. Number 11, Jalen Cook. Number 20, Connor Cantley. And number 1, Chris Bowman.
You can zoom last.
At this time, we would like you to please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, the state's largest medical school, right here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Using the latest technologies, they immerse themselves in our hands-on, patient-centered, evidence-based approach to medicine. Then they go to meet the growing healthcare needs in communities like yours, here and across the nation. For more information and how to apply to WVSOM, contact our admissions department today.
What is advocacy?
And we welcome you back into the Raleigh County Convention Center. Along with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, getting you ready for the opening game of this 2023 New River CTC Invitational. Eric, as we mentioned, the first of 20 games. And looking at the lineup for Richwood, they'll go with Grant Russell, Dakota Odell, Trey Trevelette, Cooper Donahue, and Aiden Miller, the starting 5 for J.B. Miller's 0-3 Richwood Lumberjacks, wearing the black uniforms trimmed in orange and white. On the flip side for Liberty, coached by Ricky Chad Williams, the 4-2 Raiders, Jalen Cook, the team's leading scorer. They'll also go with Connor Cantley, Rashawn Sims, Ethan Williams, who's the nephew of the coach, and Chris Bowman in the starting lineup. As I mentioned, Zachary Bowman normally starts, gets you 14 a game, Eric. He will play, but he won't start due to injury.
Yeah, this is a stout starting lineup for Liberty, because I remember in the Independence game, they went about 6 or 7 deep on their bench.
So it'll be Sims in the center circle to jump against Trevelette. And we are getting the event underway, the first of 20 games this week. And this is a great time of basketball as Liberty controls the tip. So it looks like that Richwood going to sit back in a zone to start the first possession of the ball game. Liberty working around, trying to find somebody that can maybe get inside on that zone. They go inside out, and there's the three, and that's short, grazed the front of the rim, put up by Williams, and then there's a putback in the first 2 points of the ball game.
And that's where Jalen Cook makes his living there, is on that offensive glass. Has a nose for the basketball.
Yep. He is the team's leading scorer, 21 a game. Nice pass inside by Donahue as he finds Trevelette for the easy bucket.
And one way to solve those offensive woes early on for Richwood is shoot layups.
Well, that's for sure. Anytime you're struggling to shoot the ball, the best and better shots you can get, and definitely can't get one better than that, an easy layup.
Yeah, anytime you can get going early like this, that can help confidence.
Here's a little short shot right of the lane. That shot put up by Cantley. And, Eric, that looked like in between a pass and a shot, and I think that's why he missed it. Here's a deep three. I'm talking about a 40-footer, and the bank is, yes, it is open. High off the glass and in. Actually, is that a 2-ball? No, it's a 3-ball. That's what I thought. You were signaling who did it. That was Odell. Wow.
No, I'm thinking that was Grant Russell. I was saying
was
number
it?
2.
Okay,
Yes,
Grant Russell. Back the other way. Liberty back on the board. But that was a deep three. Here's Donahue for 3. Front of the rim, no good. And Williams will clear the rebound for Liberty. Liberty on the move. Down low to Sims, right of the lane. Short shot, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in.
Soft touch for the lefty as Sims getting 2 chances at it for Liberty.
Liberty back in front. 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter of the opening game here in this New River Community and Technical College. And there's another 3-ball dialed up by Russell. Well, I think he shot that from downtown Richwood. He was so far away.
So much for the offensive woes. These guys come out firing.
Yep, and Liberty answers the call with Cantley right of the lane. On the right wing's what I meant to say.
Well, both teams coming out, smoking hot here early.
Yeah, we were in the Beckley area, close to 70 degrees here.
I was going to say, as hot as the weather outside,
yes.
we were close to a record for January 3rd.
Donahue on the drive. He lost control of the ball as he put it up, and here comes Liberty with it. They've got numbers. Sims leads the break. Takes it himself off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, and he puts it up. He draws the foul, and Sims will get to the line to shoot a pair.
And Sims right there, not real good spacing on that fast break for Liberty, so he had to really take the shot, but it was pretty much throw it up and go get it.
So here we watch this again.
Yeah, Sims, hard off the backboard, but he was able to get his rebound and pick up the foul, and that be on Trey Trevelette getting his first personal.
Well, Sean Sims misses the first of 2. He's a 6'1" junior. Really good athlete. So he'll shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity and try to put Liberty out in front. And he cannot. But there's an offensive rebound.
Yeah, Cook was able to get the offensive board.
Here's a pass to Cook in the corner. 3-ball, dials it up from the left corner. Jalen Cook.
Jalen Cook was able to reap the benefits of getting the offensive rebound and putting up a 3.
Yeah, that's a coach's nightmare when you're on defense and you give up an offensive rebound after 2 missed free throws.
Yeah, that was essentially 4 chances on that possession for Liberty.
There's a 3-ball. That's too strong. That 3-ball put up by Odell and back the other way. Cantley in the open floor. There's a little short shot left of the lane. That shot is no good. That shot was put up by Bowman, and there's a putback
Cook,
up and in.
Cook again, cleaning the glass. So that's 5 straight for Cook as Liberty extends the lead.
Yeah, it's a 5-0 run by Cook. Here's Donahue off a screen, tacks the basket, a lot of contact, puts up the short shot and scores.
And that was good defense and better offense right there as Donahue was able to really muscle that one up.
Yeah, and when I said a lot of contact, I don't think it was a foul. I'm glad the officials let him play through that.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely a play through.
3 ball from the right corner is no good, but the long rebound is Sims. Back around the horn they go. Bowman on the drive. Cook thought about the 3. Cantley on the drive. Nice shovel pass inside. Little short shot. Won't go. Ball hung around the rim and back the other way. Richwood, and we've got a timeout on the floor. So let's see if we'll have a 30 or a full, as Richwood will call the timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 30-second break, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, and watch that commercial, Eric. That gets me thirsty for a nice blue can of Pepsi. Of course, Pepsi is the stronger drink, which is the original Pepsi in the blue can. But if you like Diet Pepsi, it's the silver can.
Yeah, Diet Pepsi is, with it being a new year, I'll probably delve into the, silver can a little bit.
Well, I like them both.
And right here, we'll look at that first shot from Richwood when we said the bank was open. I mean, he shot that from the Flying Eagle that's on the court.
Well, I tell you what, Eric, that 3 ball was so far, they ought to double his deposit after he put that. And here's a steal by Bowman. Bowman goes coast to coast. Shot is too strong, but good hustle. And now here comes Richwood in the open floor, and he lost the ball out of bounds.
Wow.
And that time Odell, I think he got going a little too fast, and he loses control of the ball.
What a good sequence right there, though. Both teams were able to turn one another over, and then, as you stated, Odell, I think he was just a little too fast, had such an open layup, and lost it to the cheerleaders.
Yeah, he was going a little bit too fast. So back the other way. Here's Cantley with a 15-footer right of the lane, no good. Follow-up up and in.
That man again,
Jalen Cook. So now, Cook's almost in double figures now in this first quarter.
I can see why he averages 21 points a game, but he does old-school basketball, though. He lets you shoot like I would do with you. I'd let you shoot a brick, and then I would go get the rebound.
That's why I'm laughing, because Eric knows when he's seen me shoot, as we watch the replay, the follow-up, he knows if I don't shoot too many bricks. All right, out of the timeout after the foul. I beg your pardon, not the timeout, but out of the inbounds play from the foul. Now we got another Liberty foul, and that'll be against Bowman.
Yeah, that'll be Bowman on the reach.
But we got a really good game, competitive game here. Like I said, the first of 20 games this week here in this great event. And
the thing is, excuse not to overtalk you, I think right now the pace is playing into Liberty's hands, though.
Yeah, and Liberty gets a turnover. Williams on the move. 15-footer from the left elbow. Grazes the front of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. There's Cook, and he traveled. Yeah. But the one thing, Liberty has really been good on the offensive glass.
They really have, and I think their offense is predicated on getting more shots. They're going to get double the shots in this first quarter. When we get the stats, I guarantee you that they have double the shot attempts. As
Donahue gets set to put it in, and I think you're right, Eric. I think even though Richwood able to hang right now, I think this pace might eventually catch up with them.
Yeah. And Liberty's, trying to apply this pressure now and get this pace up. Sometimes it's not if you get to steal, it's when you get to steal with the pace.
There's a deep 3. Good! Once again, Russell from way downtown ringing that bell right down the chute. Man, those are deep threes. Here's Sims on the drive, and what we've got? We got a foul on the floor.
And this is going to be the second team foul on Richwood.
And, the early part of the season, of all the games you and I have seen and done, I have not seen 2 deeper threes than what we saw out of the young man, Grant Russell, for Richwood.
Yeah, and as once again, Sims was able to get the inbounds play, Maris, and shoot it, miss it, and shoot it again. So they're getting 2 shots every attempt.
He's doing his best Moses Malone imitation. That's what Moses, he would shoot it like 6 times and make it on the 7th.
Yeah, that's why he led the rebound in the league in rebounds. Field goal percentage was like
yeah.
No, it was pretty high.
It was high.
Yeah, he had a real high field goal percentage.
Yeah. So we got a good first quarter going for you. The first of, as I mentioned, 20 games this week. Here's a 15-footer right of the lane put up by Bowman, in and out, no good. There's a foul on Liberty over the back.
And that's going to be on Connor Cantley. It'll be his first, team's third.
So back the other. Here's a steal by Liberty and a lay-in.
I didn't see who got the steal or the lay-in.
That was Bowman. And back the other way, here's Williams with the steal. Williams on the move. Liberty got numbers. Nice shovel pass. Right of the lane. Guess who? That's Cook. And we got a timeout by Richwood. And I think they need to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's 11 points in the quarter with 1:37 to go for Jalen Cook. So he's already halfway to his average.
This is a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. Streaming live here on Video Productions.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
Well, the first quarter of this first game, Eric, has been quite entertaining. An 8-point advantage right now by the Liberty Raiders. This is the largest lead of the ball game, but we've seen Liberty putting the ball back in. That's what they've been strong at as we watch this replay right here.
Yeah, and what you like about this is Sims stays with it. Never concedes that he's making it, and he gets the putback right off of his miss.
And the highlight for Richwood in this first quarter was 2 deep threes by Grant Russell. And I mean deep threes. They were like 10 feet behind the three-point line.
Well,
one banked in and one knocked it right down the chute.
Well, he took 2 deep ones, Maris, and 1 just regular, and he's made 3 in the quarter. So he has 9 of the 13 Richwood points as they turn it over here on the inbounds.
Yep, and into the lane, off the window, up and in for Jalen Cook, having a big first quarter, biggest lead of the game right here. But as you stated earlier, Eric, and rightfully so, the pace of the game, and there's a nice hustle play by Liberty, ball on the floor. It'll be a held ball, and it'll stay with Richwood. But right there when you said that, it was 13-10. It's now a 10-0 run by Liberty, and because they've really turned it up, extending the pressure, getting the pace the way they want.
Yeah, the pace of the game is definitely in the Raiders' favor, and this is what Chad Williams wants to do. He has the horses right now against Richwood as they score inside, and that will be
frame into the ball game. And it breaks a 10-0 run as he slid in there behind the Liberty defenders. And on the inbounds play, you should never give that up. And just an easy layup front of the rim.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know if they went man out of the inbounds, and someone lost their man for an easy 2.
So here's Williams with it. Around the horn they go. They try to get the ball in the post. Nice give and go. Bowman draws the foul. That's old school basketball right there, give and go.
And Jalen Cook, right, he is a complete player. And this team, like I told you, I think they'll be hitting on all cylinders. And you can tell they're getting better with each game, each possession, actually.
So we got a couple of free throws coming here for the Liberty Raiders.
And that's going to be the second foul on Cooper Donahue and the team's third. So that could factor in.
Cantley at the line, Connor Cantley. Cantley's a 5'10 senior. He makes the first of 2.
Liberty's 1 of 3 going into this next shot from the free throw line.
Biggest lead of the game's been 10, and this could equal the largest lead of the game if Cantley can knock this free throw down. On its way, looks good and is, and this 10-point advantage right now equals the largest lead of the ball game. Here's Richwood with it. And there's where you don't want to pick the ball up, right there at midcourt. Donahue now got it to him. He breaks the pressure, and he gets the foul. And that'll be side out. That's a common foul.
That's going to be on.
Let's see who they called. They called that on Marty Riley into the ball game. So Riley gets whistled for his first foul, side out. And here's Richwood with it. And Russell's hit 3 threes in this quarter, but 2 of them from really beyond the arc.
And right now, Liberty has really extended that defense. Is going to make Grant Russell put it on the deck.
And he does, and a nice little floater right of the lane.
Hey, Grant said, not only can I rain from deep, I can get in the lane and score on you as well.
Yeah, last shot time for the quarter for Liberty.
Starting out with a little weave here.
They're going to have to make their move. Into the corner, 3 ball just ahead of the buzzer. In and out, no good. And the shot's up, and it beat the buzzer. A nice follow-up by Marty Riley, and at the end of 1, your score is Liberty 27, Richwood 17. This is the New River Community Technical College Invitational, streaming live on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Commercial vehicle collisions are no accident. Trucking companies must comply with state and federal mandatory regulations. Careless mistakes and greed can lead to devastating consequences. There's an army of injustice facing you. Insurance companies, claims adjusters, all working full-time to deny you compensation. We will stand up and fight for you, and that's our commitment. We are your advocates. Call New Taylor and Associates for excellence in advocacy.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Going to the second quarter, and Eric, that was a very entertaining first quarter as Liberty will start with the possession for quarter number 2.
And good interior passing to start it with a backdoor cut and a layup by Bowman.
Biggest lead of the game right here. And one thing I like about Liberty is they get the steal here by Sims. Sims with a nice bounce pass, finish left of the lane, good. Bowman again. Liberty does play really a lot of old school basketball.
Hey, but that's the product of being the head of as a charge. That's a charge right there on Sims. But Chris Bowman's being the product of a great press, and if you're the top guy, you get a steal. You're shooting layups all night as he starts a quarter with 4 points.
Yeah, what I've liked about Liberty, what we've seen through the first quarter and the first 30 seconds of this second quarter is that, like I said, the cuts they've made, they work inside, outside, they get the ball to the post, they cut to the basket, and now they've really dialed up the pressure, make Richwood really work a lot of contact, no call, ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Richwood. That play happened right here in front of us. But, Eric, I like it. They're very consistent, and I think the officials have done a good job. They're saying, hey, you got to be strong with the ball. You got to play through the contact.
Yeah, and I don't think you should have called a foul either way right there. If you want to call a foul, it would have been maybe Sims' third foul.
So here's Richwood on the attack. Here's a 3 ball on the right side. You could tell when that ball was launched it was going to be too strong, and it's out of bounds, and it will go off of Liberty and stay with Richwood. That shot was taken by Odell, but you could tell when it left his hand, that was a little strong.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he was sure of his shot. That's one thing when you shoot from distance or any time. You have to believe that in your shot. A lot of it's mental.
That's a nice fake 3 ball on its way, a little short.
Sims with another big rebound.
Yep, Odell missed it. He left that one a little short, but he's been really good from behind the arc as Williams dials up a 3 and hits it. So they've doubled him up. Biggest lead of the game right here as Cantley knocks the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, and Williams, speaking of confidence, he really lined that one up in transition and drained it from the wing.
Got a new player in the ball game, Colton Akard. A 5'9 junior will check in for the Raiders of Liberty.
Yeah, a bunch of interchangeable parts right here for the Liberty Raiders. If you look, these guys seem to share the ball well and play good defense.
Here's Donahue trying to beat the pressure, and Sims is going to get a steal. Liberty with numbers. A little short shot on the baseline and is a little short. It grazes the rim.
Yeah, Colton Akard, little lefty, come in, almost getting in the scoring column in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I like watching the little left-handers. And, you know, Eric, we have seen more left-handed players this year than I can think of like in recent years.
Yeah, a lot of lefties out there stroking it.
Into the lane. The shot is up and in. That is Trevelette.
That's easy for you to say.
Well, I was waiting for Trevelette to shoot a 3. How would like to say his whole name, Trevelette, 3 times fast.
Yes, there you go.
How about TT? Back the other way come the Lumberjacks. 2 minutes into the third quarter. Donahue on the drive, and he is fouled.
It's going to be on Jaden Akard, another Akard into the game. And that'll be his first.
So it'll be Richwood's ball up under their own basket. 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Ball comes out to Donahue. He puts it on the deck, tacks the rim. Nice take to the basket, off the glass and in.
And way to attack by Cooper Donahue, because the next foul on Liberty, Richwood will be in the bonus for the rest of the half.
Yep. Liberty, with their 16 fouls, you mentioned, Eric, they'll be over the limit as they work the ball around the zone. There's a drive, and there's a Richwood foul. That'll be a common foul. That's only the fourth team foul called on Richwood.
Oh, and you know what's bad about this, though? That's the third on Cooper Donahue. Out of the 4 fouls, they're going to have their starter and Donahue out of the game for the rest of the half with 3.
So Aiden Miller checks back into the ball game.
We need to watch that with a 5:40 mark in the game and him going out.
Here's a shot left the lane, and it is short. Richwood comes out of there with the rebound. The biggest lead has been 17. 13 now. Richwood trying to cut into that lead. Odell with it. Here's a 3 on the left side. That's not there. And a rebound to Liberty. They're on the move. That was Cook with it. Back to Sims. And Sims will draw the foul.
Foul on the floor. And that's going to be on Aiden Miller, his first.
The head coach, J.B. Miller, him and I are the same age. Actually, we played against each other like 100 years ago in football and basketball. Ball comes into the corner. Here's Williams dialing up a 3, little short. He tries to follow his own rebound, but there is Sims. Bowman into the lane, tacks it with the left hand, no good. And here comes Richwood, and we've got a whistle. I'm not sure why they blew it.
I think they were going to get to injury. As we look at the replay on the foul on the last possession, yes, Miller had him, kind of held him down a little bit. So good call once again by the refs.
So here's Richwood breaking the pressure.
Wow, I think this pressure is really getting to Richwood.
Here's Cantley ahead of the pack, tacks the basket right of the lane and lays it up and in.
And Cantley with some instant offense. That will be his 6th point of the quarter.
Or Bowman, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, Bowman.
That was Bowman, I beg your pardon. I said Cantley, it was Bowman. Here's a drive into the lane, little floater right of the lane is short. Sims skies to get the rebound. That shot was put up by Odell and back the other way, Liberty. Bowman with it. Cook will dial it from distance, and it's answered. Ring that bell from downtown.
Cook's 2nd tray of the ball game to push that Liberty lead out even more.
Yeah, biggest lead of the game right here, halfway through the second quarter. But, yeah, you know, the pace of the game is when Liberty really start to take control of the game. Here's a little post move. Nice move off the glass, up and in by Trevelette.
That's Trey Trevelette's 6th point of the contest.
3 ball, partially blocked. And Richwood will have it. Three ball is too strong. And that 3 ball was put in by Broyles, Skylar Broyles, just checked into the ball game. Here's Williams with it for Liberty. Coming up on the 3-minute mark of the half. 3 ball in the right corner, a little too strong by Williams. And Richwood comes out of there with it. And, of course, that Richwood just wants to walk it up.
Yeah, this is the point of the game where I think, but it's kind of hard being down so much.
Nice little shot, little floater by Trevelette. Got a nice soft touch, nice release into the lane.
Yeah, nice little floater and a much-needed bucket for Richwood back-to-back.
There's a drive, and they throw it away. And if you're Richwood, to get back in the game, of course, you got to get you got to score, but you got to get stops too. And that's the first step of getting back in the game by getting stops.
Yeah, getting a couple stops, and you can't turn it over. This press has been real effective. This a 1-2-1-1 here by Liberty, or we would refer to it as a diamond.
So here's Richwood. trying to break the pressure, and they cannot. It's stolen. Here's Cantley with it. New player into the ball game, Jaden Akard. And Richwood comes out of there with it. Russell here in the front court. And
almost another turnover. Is good overplay by Connor Cantley.
You know, Eric, with 2:14 to go, and Richwood was down as many as 18, down 14, big possession. If they can get this to 10 by the intermission, I think that they can feel that they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, especially with one of their starters out with 3 fouls, and that being Cooper Donahue. That will be huge to get it to within 10 points.
And we got a whistle away from the ball, and we're going to have a foul.
No, I think this might be a substitution that has a little blood on his leg.
I should have looked at the monitor. The official was standing right in front of me. I just heard the whistle on the far side. So it'll be side out just to our left for Richwood to put the ball in play. And it's stolen. Williams anticipating. You got to be a little stronger with the ball when you throw it in, and Williams does a great job getting in the passing lane and going coast to coast for the layup.
Yeah, good-looking overplay right there as Ethan Williams got into the passing lane to get the easy deuce.
There's Cantley with the steal. Cantley attacks the basket and draws the foul. The ball doesn't go in, so Cantley will step up to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
I think that's going to be Skylar Broyles. Picks up his first.
So it'll be a couple of free throws coming for Connor Cantley.
Cantley is a cool 2 for 2 on the evening.
Don't jinx him, Eric. First free throw, and you did. See, as soon as you said a cool, then he hits the back of the iron, huh?
Nice and smooth shot, just a little too long.
By the way, one day last week we did so many games. I seen you out here doing a little bit of shooting. After you kind of took your backpack off, you start knocking them down.
Yeah, that's what the kids didn't understand. I missed my first 3 or 4, but I had a backpack on.
Yeah, they was calling you a cement truck, all them bricks you was putting up there.
But then I went 3 for 5.
Yes, you did. I got to give you your props.
Not a 3.
Back the other way. Here's Richwood with it. There's a drive, a little floater off balance. Will it get the roll? It will not. That's a nice little shot put up by Russell, and it wouldn't go for him. Back the other way, and we got a foul on Richwood, and this should be a couple of shots, even though they're over the limit.
They actually called that one on the drive.
Well, I thought I saw one referee put up for 2 shots.
Well, we'll see.
I think this will be 2 shots. Nope, you are correct.
Once again.
Well, one referee did hold up 2 fingers as for 2 shots, but I guess once they confer.
They did. He checked them. He checked, and they said it was on the drive.
They confer. They asked you, Eric, and you said it was on the drive. It's not in the act of shooting.
I held up the signal.
You did, 1-1. They know to look over here. And the free throw is no good. But they get the offensive rebound. They've done that a couple times here in this game. Williams with it. Passes down low. Across the lane they go. Into the lane, Sims, and it goes for him. Biggest lead of the game's right here. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Richwood. Our next game is scheduled to tip at 6:45. It'll be Webster County and Oak Hill. And then Bill O'Brien and Bob Bolin will have the nightcap. And, Eric, I think it's going to be a really good game. Shady just back from their Florida trip. And Princeton, who we saw last week, and Princeton looked very good last week, and Princeton with a couple of wins, and Princeton and Shady, 2 Tigers hooking up in the nightcap.
Yeah, the battle with the Tigers, and Tony Tiger will be this. We could call this the Frosted Flakes championship game.
There's a deep 3 off the window again. My goodness, Grant Russell.
I don't think I've ever seen 2 bank shots from the same spot in one game.
Give him an ice cold Pepsi. Give him a case of Pepsi if you can shoot like that. In the lane, little floater up and in. That's up and in by Akard, Jaden Akard. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Richwood. But, Eric, I'll tell you, those are some amazing 3 balls we have seen by Richwood's Grant Russell.
Yeah, he's made 4 long balls and 1-2 to lead the way for Richwood, to keep them within shouting distance.
You know, kind of using the backboard, the glass, other than the layup, that's kind of a lost art. He's doing it from distance. Speaking of distance, here's a 3, and that's too strong. And that three by Odell, and you could tell the minute the ball left his hand, that wasn't going in.
Yeah, but good hustle by Aiden Miller to preserve possession. As we look at the replay here on this deep three by Russell.
That's a deep three. A little kiss off the glass.
I mean, that's it looks like a duplicate of the first three of the game.
Actually, I would say that's a big kiss off the glass. There's a tough shot ahead of the lane. That shot was put up by Frame and no good. Last shot time for Liberty. And Williams spots up, dials it from distance, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. It's loose. Liberty, will they get the shot up in time? They will, but it doesn't go. They get another crack up and in. And that time was Cantley, and he beats the buzzer. And biggest lead of the game right here, a 20-point lead for Liberty. It's Liberty 48 and Richwood 28. We're at the break of the New River Community and Technical College Invitational, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Shopping pre-owned? Know this. Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard have over 400 pre-owned vehicles available, including a huge selection of four-wheel drive trucks, all-wheel drive SUVs, and luxury sedans. Mountaineer has the vehicle you want at a price you want to pay. Credit approval is easy, and most vehicles come with a balance of a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So shop Mountaineer's two great locations, Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard, or shop them online at mountaineerautos.com. That's mountaineerautos.com.
Hey, Dark Roast drinkers, it's Dunkin', the place you didn't think was for you. Well, meet the side of Dunkin' you haven't seen. The darkest, roastiest side we've ever had. Pretty good dark voice, huh? Dunkin' Midnight, America runs on Dunkin'.
Are you looking for ways to individualize your student-athlete's education? Over 200 students are now participating in WVSSAC programs across the state without being enrolled in full-time school. Parents and grandparents are finding freedom in choosing to homeschool without having to sacrifice the amazing benefits of youth athletics. Learn more at WVFUE.org or find us on Facebook at West Virginia Families United for Education.
Sometimes it just isn't your day or your night. And while we'd like to bounce back like nothing happened, we all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care without compromising quality. Our experienced clinicians are here when and where you need us, and we keep it simple. Just walk in. So next time life pushes you over the edge, we're here for you. Learn more today.
Shopping pre-owned? Know this.
Through the Raleigh County Convention Center on Dave Barksdale Court with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, and this first of 20 games here this week is a 20-point advantage, a 48-28 lead for Liberty at the break. It was 27-17 Liberty at the end of the first quarter, and they expanded that lead, Eric, from a 10-point lead to a 20-point lead at the break.
Yeah, and Liberty was able to do that via the press as they played. Great defense, in the first quarter, but was really able to turn it up. And the thing that's keeping the Richwood Lumberjacks in this game right now is the hot shooting from Grant Russell, as we see one of his 4 3-pointers in the first half to lead Richwood with 14 points. And steady Eddie for Liberty is Jalen Cook, of course. He has 16 points, and he's knocked down 2 long balls as well.
And, one of the things is we have the stat sheet delivered to us. When you look at Richwood, they shot 50% from the floor in the first half. They were 11 of 22 from the floor. They were 6 of 10 from downtown, but they did not get to the free throw line. On the flip side, you look at Liberty, 21 of 37 from the floor, 3 of 6 downtown. But more importantly, Eric, I thought for the way the pace of the game was, Liberty only turned it over twice, while 6 turnovers for Richwood.
Yeah, and Liberty was able to get to the free throw line in the first half, and I think they're 3 of 5.
Liberty at the free throw line, 3 of 7.
Okay, 3 of 7. Oh, yes.
3 of 7, yeah.
3 of 7, and one of them being the bonus. So this lead could be even extended even more.
So, it was a very entertaining game. Liberty scored the first 2. We went back and forth, and we had a really good first quarter. And then the pace of the game went toward Liberty. And like I said, they opened up a 27-17 first quarter lead, and then Liberty outscores Richwood by the score of they outscored them in that second quarter. I don't think this is correct.
21-11.
Yeah, 21-11. They have 21-9 on our sheet.
Yes, 21-11.
It was 21-11. And as I was thinking, believe it or not, my math, I was thinking, wait a minute, that doesn't look right because they have 27-19 at the end of the quarter. It was actually 27-17
yes.
at the end of the quarter. So the stat sheet has got a little misprint. But anyway, you and I were able to catch it. But anyway, it's been a really entertaining game. Even though it's a 20-point advantage by Liberty, Richwood, we have seen perhaps 2 or 3 of the best 3 balls we've seen up to this point in the season by Grant Russell.
Yeah, and Grant Russell, I said, was able to keep them within shouting distance, and it was good after Cooper Donahue went out, who was a starter, who was one of the other scorers, who has 4 points in the game. I think in this third period, you're going to have to come out and establish him a little more if he can stay out of foul trouble and really give Richwood a chance to fight back and battle back into this game.
And as you're talking, Eric, we see the Liberty cheerleaders.
Yeah, I know this one. This is Cotton Eye Joe.
Well,
man.
not only that, this is great entertainment, and glad you're
Hey, you lucky I got these headsets on, man.
Well, you going to go out there and perform with them?
Hey, state champion square dancer right here, buddy.
Well, I'll tell you, the Liberty cheerleaders are giving it work at the break, as it's a 20-point advantage for Liberty.
That is a true story.
48-28, and when Eric said laugh, he's not talking about me. He's talking about our producer and director, Brian Shepard. We'll go ahead and take a break, come back and get you ready for the second half. 20-point advantage for Liberty as we're streaming the New River Community CTC Invitational, streaming it live here on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
Commercial vehicle collisions are no accident. Trucking companies must comply with state and federal mandatory regulations. Careless mistakes and greed can lead to devastating consequences. There's an army of injustice facing you. Insurance companies, claims adjusters, all working full-time to deny you compensation. We will stand up and fight for you, and that's our commitment. We are your advocates. Call New Taylor and Associates for excellence in advocacy.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to groceries, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar Stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar Stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
Commercial vehicle collisions are no accident. Trucking companies must comply with state and federal mandatory regulations. Careless mistakes and greed can lead to devastating consequences. There's an army of injustice facing you. Insurance companies, claims adjusters, all working full-time to deny you compensation. We will stand up and fight for you, and that's our commitment. We are your advocates. Call New Taylor and Associates for excellence in advocacy.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
And we welcome you back into the Raleigh County Convention Center. We're moments away from starting the second half. This is the first of 20 games this week here in the New River Community and Technical College Invitational. And it's a 20-point advantage for the Liberty Raiders, 48-28. Liberty led 27-17 at the end of the first quarter, and they outscored Richwood 21-11 in that second quarter to take a 20-point advantage, 48-28. The game that will follow this will be Webster County and Oak Hill. That will tip at approximately 6:45, and then at 8:30 tonight, the nightcap, Bill O'Brien and Bob Boland will have a battle of the Tigers. It'll be Princeton taking on Shady. But, you know, Eric, even though this is a 20-point lead for Liberty, this was a competitive game. It still is a competitive game, even though it's 20. But it's been played really good by both teams, and it's been a high-energy game. It's really been – the first half has been really entertaining.
Yeah, and the thing I'm impressed with most is the Richwood Lumberjacks, and I know they're behind on the scoreboard, but to be 0-3 coming into this game, Maris, and having a layoff as long as they have, with December 16th being their last game and not being able to get a lot of practices in between, I think on the fly right now, Coach J.B. Miller's kids really came out and fought hard in that first half.
Yeah, they really did. And how about the three-ball shooting of Russell?
Yeah, Russell is really, up this game. I didn't know what he came in averaging 7 points per contest, and he leads the way right now.
Yep. And we welcome you back in. And, boy, Eric, we've heard of really shooting the lights out of the building. But, I mean, the lights literally went out. The entire building went dark. We apologize for that. Don't know really what happened. But everything went dark, the entire building. And we've missed, I don't know, it was what, not quite 4 minutes. Yeah, we missed 3 minutes of the game. It's 56-33, so we'll keep you here. It was 48-28 at halftime. And now we're at 56-33. But like I said, don't know really exactly what happened. We're ready to start the second half. Next thing I know, the entire building went dark. I mean, everything went out, the scoreboard, the lights, and then they were finally able to get the lights back on and continue playing. And
to update the viewers, as you stated, when the lights went out, Liberty was able to – they're up in the quarter right now, Maris, 8-5, as Grant Russell was able to hit a three again for Richwood, which is his fifth tray of the game, and it was of the deep variety again, and that's able to pull them within the score of 56-33 right now.
And, you know, Eric, here's the thing about that, and we're speaking of Grant Russell, who came into the ball game averaging only 7. He's hit 5 threes, so he's doubled his average. And maybe all that long-distance shooting is what shot the lights out.
Yeah, he's been hot, that's for sure. And as you stated, he came in averaging 7, and he has 17 on the game right now.
And, you know, I've been broadcasting high school basketball, college basketball games for 33 years, and I'm trying to think if that's ever happened. I always say if you do something long enough, you're allowed to see anything. And, boy, we had it right when we got ready to start the second half. The entire lights went out in the entire building, and then they got it back up. But we're back and rolling here as Richwood out of the timeout will inbound the ball, and they will throw it away.
One of many steals right now for the Liberty Raiders.
Here's Williams with it. Gets the ball to Cook. A little short shot right of the lane.
And that's Cook's 24th point of the contest, as he's really lighting it up this game.
So biggest lead of the game right here, 25. Sims gets the steal for Liberty. But Liberty, a very athletic team, and like we talked about, Eric, they really were able to pull away by getting the pace the way they wanted as Williams dials up a three, not there. And it'll be out of bounds over to Richwood.
Well, it seems, though, even on the miss by Williams, Liberty's able to get their hands on most of the rebounds and most of the 50-50 balls.
I know you see the score, 86-64. That is incorrect. It is 58-33 is the actual score. So we'll work to get that. We apologize for that. And we're coming up on the halfway point of the third quarter. So we had some problems. And I wouldn't even say there were technical difficulties because through no fault of our own, all the lights went out in the building. And back the other way off the turnover comes Liberty with it. Like up and under spin move, wild-looking shot, no good. And that shot was put up by Bowman.
Don't leave that man open.
And that's Cook dialing up for three. Too wide open, perhaps, as he left it a little short.
Yeah, Cook is putting on an offensive showcase this evening.
Yeah, he's a really good player. We saw that. You and I had an opportunity to do Liberty and Independence here on Video Productions back on December 13th, and we saw how good Cook was then. And there's a foul. Foul's going to go against Liberty.
Yeah, and that's going to be whistled on Connor Cantley on the drive, Maris, and that will be his second and the team's third.
Marty Riley will check into the Liberty lineup, and Cook will have a seat. Richwood to inbound. Here's a three ball on the left side, a little short. And that put up by Russell. Back the other way is a lay-in.
Great unselfish basketball
Cantley
to get the ball out. Williams to Cantley for the easy two.
Richwood having trouble with the pressure. Liberty gets the steal. Back the other way we go. There's a lot of contact. What do we got?
A charge.
Well, I haven't seen yet. I don't think so. I think they'll call it a block. And they do call it a block. And the reason I said that, Eric, I watched the trail official. The official under the basket looked at the trail, and then the trail came in and said it was a block. So getting to the free throw line.
Wow, and that's going to be the only foul of the quarter for Richwood, but it's a big one. Cooper Donahue is out with his fourth foul.
As Cantley gets to the line and misses. Jaden Akerd will check into the Liberty scheme of things. Sims will have a seat. Trey Trevelette checks back into the Richwood lineup.
Cantley is 3 of 6 at the free throw line this evening.
So second free throw, the back end of the two-shot opportunity on its way, and he can't connect on that one. He missed them both. Coming up on the 3-minute mark here of the third quarter. Liberty they took control of this game back in the first quarter as they led by 10 at the end of one. Here's they get a steal. Back the other way. Cantley with a lay-in. But Liberty led 27-17 at the end of the quarter. 48-28 at the break. And a 62-33 lead right now as there's a foul directly in front of us.
Liberty a little too aggressive with their defense right there and going to foul. I didn't see who they whistled that on.
Yep, went till they put it up on the board.
It's going to be on Marty Riley. That'll be his second. Team's fourth.
So Marty not living the life of Riley on that play, was he?
That's right.
Here's Richwood with it. They throw it away. Here's Williams with it. Williams on the move. Over to Bowman. Williams will dial it up from three and hit.
That's a good-looking stroke, Maris. I mean, Williams gets that one, Ethan Williams, that is, and knocks it down.
Richwood breaking the pressure. They got numbers. They get the ball down low. Trevelette left of the lane.
He gets his first two of the second half.
Here's a drive right of the lane. There's going to be a foul. Or is it out of bounds? No, it'll be a foul. And that'll be Cantley getting back to the line.
And that's going to be on Trevelette. That'll be his second, only the team's second of the second half. And the only thing that Liberty's not done perfect on the evening is shoot free throws. And Cantley steps to the line, 3 of 7.
You know, this is the 7th game of the year for Liberty as the free throws up and in. And, you know, most teams, the allotment that you are allowed to play in the regular season is 22. So where I'm going with this, Eric, it's hard to believe that we'll be a third of the way. At the end of this week, most teams in West Virginia will be a third of the way through their season.
Yeah, I mean, time flies when you're having fun.
And this is a lot of fun. This is like the 4th time a missed free throw that Liberty's able to get an offensive rebound, and they're able to knock it down. Nice little shot right of the lane by Jaden Akard.
So that was a 3-point possession for Liberty as they extend the lead.
Here's Richwood breaking the pressure. Trevelette puts up a left-handed shot, and numbers for the Raiders. And coast to coast with the left hand, no good, but the putback by Akard is good.
Akard did a good job of staying with it and getting the tip in.
Liberty's doubled them up, 35-point lead. But Liberty's, and we got a reach-in foul, and that's what you don't want to do. And we talk about it all the time. When you play defense, you got to play defense with your feet, not with your hands. And you reach in, and they're going to blow the whistle every time when you reach in.
Yeah, they got that one on, Jaden Akard, and that will be his second.
So the middle game.
Team's
this is
fifth.
The first of 3 here tonight here at the Raleigh County Convention Center here in this New River CTC Invitational. Middle game is Webster County against the Oak Hill Red Devils. And then the nightcap, the Battle of the Tigers between Princeton and Shady. There's a short shot right of the lane, no good. That by Odell. Williams will pick it up, and he'll dial it up from 3. Won't go. Rebound out to Akard, a little fall away, and he knocks it down. Akard's been good with a little soft touch.
Yeah, and that's his 8th point of the contest. Good scoring coming off the bench as this Liberty team's really developing depth.
So here's a 3-ball on its way that hits the rim. That is no good that time by Russell. He's been really good from 3 here in this game. Coming up on the final 40 seconds of the third. And there's a foul. A new player into the ball game, and that's Miller.
That was a good hard foul, but good clean play. It looks like Miller is Aiden Miller's still down. Let's hope that he's okay.
Yeah, you know, Eric, after watching, I'm sure you were watching the NFL Monday night game, and after watching that, anytime you see a play go down, man, you just like, I hope you're going to be all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that was
really a scary moment last night in the NFL.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough to see, but right. So the player can stay in the game as a ref. I didn't know that. That was good.
He was explaining to us the actual rule of that. And Eric, maybe if you want to elaborate a little bit of what the official just told us.
Well, there was injury on the shot, but since it was on the whistle, the player didn't have to come out, but the coach was allowed to come and check on the shooter.
And we saw that happen in the game we did last week between Beckley and James Monroe, and where Walton of Beckley was fouled, but he wasn't injured, but he was bleeding, but he wasn't able to shoot the free throws. He came out of the game, and Preston Clary went in for Beckley and calmly knocked down a couple of free throws, what turned out to be the game, which really turned out to be the game winner.
Yeah, and that ruling is, anytime there's blood on the uniform or the body, they have to check out and get that, tended to. So it kind of worked out to Beckley's advantage on that.
So here we are for the final 30 seconds of quarter number 3, and Liberty has turned what was a close game in the first quarter and even really pretty much into the middle of the second quarter really into a big Liberty rout. Here's a deep 3, back iron, no good. Well, that was shot from downtown Richwood. For those not familiar with Richwood, it's in Nicholas County, and it's a good hour and a half from Beckley.
And Liberty's done a great job of emptying this bench, getting everyone some playing time.
And the final seconds of the third quarter comes, and that's the end of 3. At the end of 3, your score is Liberty 72, Richwood 36. Back with the final quarter, streaming it live here on Video Productions. Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. We're headed to the fourth quarter. 72-36, the Liberty lead. As we're waiting for the players to come back out of their huddle to start quarter number 4. And at this time, we want to give a nice shout out to one of our streaming partners, Loot Press. Today's news, tomorrow's platform. You can dial them up at www.lootpress.com. There are some fine folks. Our good friend Rusty Udy for Loot Press, and also I got to mention Heather Belcher from Loot Press.
Heather Belcher and Tyler Jackson, a good group of people that work there.
There's a run out and a lay-in for Liberty's Cantley. So we're in the final quarter. Here are the first of 3 games here this evening at the Raleigh County Convention Center here at the New River Community and Technical College Invitational. Here's a little short shot into the lane, no good. That shot put up by Cantley.
Yeah, Cantley is turning into a scoring machine. He has 16 points on the evening.
You know, the one thing about it, and as we look at the book, and I think this will bear this out, Eric, that Liberty, I think, is going to have a really good balance scoring in this game here this evening.
Great balance.
There's a 3 put up, no good. Back the other way, Williams with it. Williams, nice bounce pass. Beautiful fake, laid up and in on the left of the lane by Sims.
Hey, don't you still love to see the simple fundamental play right there? Just an easy bounce pass to Sims, and he was able to let the defender go pass and score.
Biggest lead of the game here at 40. Here's a shot just inside the 3-ball line, no good. Offensive putback, no good. And back the other way. Cook with it. Little floater into the lane, and he gets the roll.
And one thing that Cook has is just a soft touch around the basket.
Because that shot looked like a touch. It hit the back of the iron, the side of the rim, and fell for him.
And that's 26 on the evening for this young man. As he gets this steal, they may get him with the foul.
And, you know, Cook came in averaging 21. He's got 26 now, so 5 points above his average, and still basically got quarter, you know, we got 6:22 left in this game.
Yes, and the thing that I like about Cook, he doesn't force it. He doesn't force offense. Matter of fact, 8 of his first 11 points were on putbacks.
Yeah, I really like his game. I think he's really good around the basket.
He had 4 putbacks and a 3.
So Liberty is over the limit, and it's free throw time, a 1-and-1, and that is Dakota Odell, and he makes the first, so he will get the bonus opportunity.
Yeah, Odell stepped up, and that was a good-looking stroke. Just got up there calmly and sank it.
And the bonus is no good, so he gets 1 of 2, and back the other way come Liberty. Liberty was 4-2. So this is their 7th game. Richwood had only played 3. They had been scheduled to play 4, but as we told you throughout the broadcast, they had to postpone one of their games. There's a little short shot by Sims on the left baseline.
And Sims has hit double figures now with 10.
So like I said, Liberty has really spread the wealth out here in this game. Nice little lay down and nice put up by Trevelette. So back the other way, here's Liberty with it. Shake and bake, Cook goes right to the glass and lays it up and in.
Wow, nice move by Jalen Cook.
Yeah, he's very under control, very smooth, really underrated player. You know, Eric, you hear about a lot of players in the area, and a lot of times his name may not come up, but it should, as there's a lay-in, and we'll have a timeout by Richwood. Timeout on the floor. We will take it with them. It's a 84-39 lead for Liberty. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back here on Video Productions. Boy, nothing would taste better than an ice-cold Pepsi right now, partner. a nice blue can. And I tell you what, I think we got a cooler Pepsi right here between us. And while we got a minute, we want to thank the fine folks of Community Connections, a Raleigh County Prevention Coalition. That's Community Connections. We appreciate their participation in the part of our streaming broadcast throughout the week here at the New River Community CTC Invitational.
Yeah, and this is I think a good timeout right here by Richwood. Maybe try to get his guys a little break, little breather, and insert Cooper Donahue back in the game with 4 fouls to play out the last 5:18 of the contest.
So out of the timeout, Richwood will have it. And let's see what the Lumberjacks will do on this possession. Donahue back in it. Ball's knocked away. And that's our man Cook. And he takes it to the rim and lays it up and in.
Once again, under control. Cook just making it look easy this evening.
And, you know, a little under 5 minutes for the game. And, Eric, I don't think it's a stretch to say that Liberty perhaps might be able to hit the century mark in this game.
Yeah, and the way they play defense and the guys are battling, even when they dig into the bench, those guys come in hungry. And, yeah, it wouldn't be a far-fetched to see them hit the century mark.
For those who don't know where Liberty High School is, it's down Route 3 in Glen Daniel, West Virginia. And, you know, we had an opportunity to go down there and cover a couple football games. And they're real big sports fans down in that area of all their teams.
Nice facility as well.
Yeah. So here's Liberty, and they throw a pass, battle for the loose ball, and we got a whistle and a timeout by Liberty.
Yeah, but you know what you liked about that play was not to give up the hustle by Liberty.
So they take a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of the New River CTC Invitational here on Video Productions.
Speaking in favor of, arguing for a cause, or pleading on the behalf of others. At New Taylor and Associates, we provide excellence in advocacy. We are in the business of protecting our clients from injustice, helping them get the full compensation they deserve. We're here on your behalf. Without you, our clients, we would not have a purpose. We are excellent advocates. Call New Taylor and Associates for excellence in advocacy.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
Out of the timeout, Liberty with the possession. There's a drive, a little floater in the lane by Sims, not there. The tip is not there. Once, twice, they battle for the loose ball, and Liberty able, with great hustle, Eric, keep possession.
And Liberty's been, tremendous on the offensive glass this evening.
And there's a little short shot in the lane by Cook. Does come up a little short. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. It was 27-17 Liberty at the end of one. It was 48-28 at the break. 72-36 at the end of three. As Liberty gets a turnover on this 86-39 lead now, there's Sims, a Euro step into the lane, shot no good, and he's standing out of bounds when he got the ball. But they're going to say it's going to stay with Liberty. Apparently the ball must have hit the line before he caught it.
It may have bounced before he caught it. He was a little disappointed in missing the layup. And so Liberty makes wholesale
changes. Going to have to get the roster out here. You got Riley into the ball game. Colton Akert.
Both Akerts.
Yep, you got Colton Akert and Jaden Akert. And here's a little short shot right of the lane. That is put up by Marty Riley. And here's a drive off the glass, no good. That shot was put up by Colton Akert. And Liberty just shoot till they make it as they get to the glass. And that's a finish by Riley. Marty Riley on the bucket. Ball's loose. Liberty comes out of there with the steal.
Yeah, Liberty's very scrappy too.
They got numbers. Little short shot. He's up and in. That shot is up and in by Walker Williams. So we're going to have a lot of the players that played in this game, Eric, for Liberty getting the scoring book.
Yeah, and everyone that's gotten in they play tough defense. Looks like they've gone to a little bit of a zone here.
Yep, as they play out the final 3 minutes of this one. Donahue with a little short shot left of the lane.
Donahue was short. One of the starters, Mary, just never got on track for Richwood.
So here's Liberty with it. And Jaden Akron, he dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds.
Great sportsmanship right there between the two teams.
Our next game will be Webster County against the Oak Hill Red Devils. Of course, Webster County back in 2019 had that miracle run, 28-0 state title in Class Single A before they went to the 4 divisions.
Yeah, and we had a chance to do them as circus shot by Donahue here gets his 8th point of the game.
Yep, flipped it up over his head. But, Webster County, they were 28-0, that miracle run, undefeated. And that state championship game, I remember being there in Charleston, and, boy, everybody in the entire county was there, and that was quite an event.
Tremendous atmosphere.
Yes, when Webster won that Single A title game back in March of 2019. Donahue trying to polish off the three-point play, and he does.
Good-looking free throw. Another lefty.
Yep, we've seen a bunch of lefties here in the early part of 22 and now into 23. Well, I have to get used to saying that, 2023. Eric, you're old when you can remember 1973. And I can. There's a little floater into the lane, which is good by Colton Akard.
And Colton Akard's able to get into the scoring column for Liberty.
Yeah, just about. And you can check and see almost everybody that's played for Liberty has scored. And here's a run out and the lay-in by Riley. Marty Riley able to get the hoop.
Now you can see that Liberty's going to dig into their bench even more.
3 ball, and that's nowhere close. Russell put up that 3. Minute and a half remaining in the game.
Yeah, I think Liberty's sniffing that 100-point.
Yeah, they might be able to get to the Century Plateau. We have what they call a rolling timeout. I like this, though, Eric, where you don't have to stop the play. You just, stop the game and you bring players in.
Yeah, 2 new young men coming into the game.
Let's see who we got coming in. We got Kevin Smith, and also into the ball game is Dallas Maynard. There's a deep 3. Good. Rattled in by guess who? Grant Russell. Man, he has dialed up some amazing threes here in this game. Down low, little short shot up and in. Nice job that time by Smith. Kevin Smith on the bucket. Under a minute for the ball game. They get it inside. Trevelette off the window.
He definitely gets into the scoring column. That's Kevin Smith gets into the game. That was Trevelette.
Liberty will dial up a 3. They can't connect. Here's Richwood with it. The final 35 seconds of the game. Donahue. And he is fouled. And we'll have free throws.
Yeah, I think they're going to call that on Akard. Colton Akard.
Donahue will get to the line.
He's 1 of 1 on the evening.
So that'll be the 9th team foul. So this will be 1-1 for Donahue. Free throws on its way, and it is not there. But they do get an offensive rebound, and we've got a foul. And depending on where the foul is at, it's going to be a Liberty foul.
It's going to be 10, though, shooting 2, the 10th team foul.
So it'll be Dalton Spencer will get to the free throw line. As Eric told you, the 10th team foul, so that's the double bonus. But, Eric, I'm going to pick your brain a little bit about a rule. Me and you always talk about different rules and see what you think about this. And I just had thought about this. And if you think I'm crazy, you can say so. I know you. Even if you don't, you probably say so anyway. It's 1 of 2. But I think once you get to 7 fouls, I think just make it 2 shots. Instead of 1-1, just make everything. Once you get to that 17th foul, make everything 2 shots.
Or we could go to
5 fouls and then go back.
And reset.
Yeah, and reset. And I like that as well. But I think you just go to the 2 shots. And think what that will do is I mean, I realize you have to make fouls sometimes to secure the game, but what you don't want is a foul fest. And you and I, when we did the Liberty
Independence game,
there was over 50 fouls called in that game.
We had 3 people disqualified and 2 others with 4 fouls.
So we're playing the final 19 seconds of this one. And here's a layup is good. Layup good by Spencer. And a shot in the lane for Liberty, no good. And so the final 3 seconds, and that's the ball game. Your final score is Liberty 96 and Richwood 50. We'll take a break, come back, recap. You're watching live streaming coverage of the New River TC Invitational here on Video Productions.
What is advocacy? It's defined as speaking in favor of, arguing for a cause, or pleading on the behalf of others. At New Taylor and Associates, we provide excellence in advocacy. We are in the business of protecting our clients from injustice, helping them get the full compensation they deserve. We're here on your behalf. Without you, our clients, we would not have a purpose. We are excellent advocates. Call New Taylor and Associates for excellence in advocacy.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center here at the New River CTC Invitational with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, wrapping up the first of 20 games here this week in this great event. Mike Green and his entire staff do a great job, Eric. And the first game, the final goes to Liberty, 96-50. Liberty led 27-17 at the end of the quarter, 48-28 at the break. 72-56 after 3. They win the ball game 96-50. You have some of the numbers from the ball game.
Yeah, once again, Liberty held Richwood to 50, but we hats off to Richwood. This is their best offensive performance of the year with the 50 points. And they were led by Grant Russell, Maris, who had 20 points on the evening, but he knocked down 5-6 long balls for Richwood. Trey Trevelette had 14, and Cooper Donahue almost reached double figures with 9 points. Well, the story of the evening for Liberty was just balance. Jalen Cook led the way with the smooth 30 points, and that performance was just really good. Never forced a lot, just let the game come to him and shared the ball with his teammates. And right behind him was Connor Cantley with 14. Rashawn Sims with 12, and Chris Bowman rounds out the double-figure scoring with 10. But I must mention 2 guys that came off the bench. Ethan Williams is a starter. He had 8, but Jalen Akert off of the bench was able to come in and get 8 points as well.
Yeah, I see here there's 1, 2, 3 guys right on the cusp of double figures, but I think the biggest number that stands out to me is that Liberty was able to put up 75 shots and only 44 to Richwood, and Liberty made 44 of their 75 shots, and that's obviously a very, very high percentage. That's almost 60%, and then only 19 of 44, but just to make that many more shots, but to take that many more, I think those are the really big numbers of this big big win for the Liberty Raiders.
Yeah, and then scoring by quarters, if you look, Marison, that anytime you're a high school team and you can put up quarters in the 20, they had a 27-point first quarter, that being Liberty, 21-point second quarter, and the last final 2 quarters they both at 24 points each. I mean, anytime you can do that, you're going to win a lot of basketball games.
You're going to win a lot of games. You score 96 points. A lot of college teams don't do that.
Yeah. I watched the Big 12 game last night where the first to 65 won the game.
Well, you're talking about 40 minutes in college as opposed to 32 minutes in high school, and that is a lot of points. Once again, the final score, Liberty defeats Richwood 96-50. Liberty will now raise its record to 5-2. Richwood will remain winless. They'll go to 0-4. For our entire staff here for this first ball game, produced and directed beautifully as always by Mr. Brian Shepard. Also for the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, and for Andrew Boland working camera, and for my partner Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score, 96-50. It was Liberty beating Richwood. Our next game will tip at approximately 6:45, and it'll be Webster County taking on Oak Hill. We'll talk to you then. We're streaming live on video production here in this 2023 New River CTC Invitational.